Listen to the Black Chick Sing takes place with few props, the simplest lighting, and on a virtually bare stage. An armless rocking chair is given a pool of light as they fade up. In it, we find Black Chick. She is in her early 30s and wearing a tasteful, loose-fitting summer dress with an expensive blazer neatly folded in her lap. She has a Bible pressed to her chest and rocks slowly, contentedly humming an old, spiritual-style song. Listen to the Black Chick Sing. Black Chick. I have spawned you, and you have spurned me. Black Chick rises and places the Bible on a chair. She drapes the blazer over her shoulders. Bring the Black Chick. Bring the Black Chick. It's rare you get to talk to one with a Harvard accent. What is she, your girlfriend? Coincidence? He hit upon some semblance of the truth. Both my parents are Harvard grads. Bring the Black Chick. It wasn't just that his ugly head of racism reared, not knowing he was talking to my husband, a Jew who can pass for a blue blood. It was his obvious disregard, disrespect, disability to control his repressed sexual desire to possess me with the very dated, not to mention dim-witted use of the word chick that got me. I will, however, go to this local yokels yacht club party with my Hebrew husband and our 3 golden children, where, by the way, we will be served barbecued ribs. How fitting I should be invited to such a get-down with Whitey, where I will be the token black, and let me tell you, I will run rings around these closeted bigots. Hello. Oh, it's so nice to meet you. How I would love to watch you watch your husband masturbate his pink little 2-inch penis while he watches me rub a juicy piece of watermelon all over my beautiful, young, slender, brown body, which you envy, wish to emulate by baking yourself on the beach. And as we all watch each other, your blue blood stings and burns to a hot, dry ice, while his runs red through the thick veins of his red neck and explodes. Bang. If he makes even the slightest hint of a racist remark or anti-Semitic comment or feminist insult, I'll barbecue him. Black Chick. Angry? No. Why should I be angry? I've just been invited to a party. This isn't anger, this is rage. Black Chick. This isn't anger, this is rage. Every so often I need to remind myself of that. I might be thinking about something, anything, and suddenly a feeling will possess me, and I will go with it, and before I know it, I will have a fire inside of me burning so I can only call it rage. I could be at the copy machine and a gesture that I make, a random, if you come near me, I will kill you gesture that I don't even know I've made as I lift the lid to remove the paper. And one of the partners might comment, "Are you angry with something?" No. Wait. No. They have never been so honest. No. They might say, "Everything okay? You all right?" But secretly, I know they are really saying to themselves, "Watch out, she's having a bad day, steer clear." When I see that look in their eyes, I have come to recognize in myself that I am going to become aware that I have been holding back a pain I wasn't aware I had been holding back having. When I see that look in their eyes, I have come to recognize in myself that I am going to become aware that I have been holding back a pain I wasn't aware I had been holding back having. When I see that look in their eyes, I have come to recognize in myself that I am going to become aware that I have been holding back a pain I wasn't aware I had been holding back having. I used to think I was crazy. I didn't know where this pain came from. And then one day a little voice said to my soul, "You breathed this pain in with your first breath, and you will breathe it out with your last." When I asked what caused this pain, I heard back, desire. Desire for what? To know. Yes, ignorance is bliss, I thought. Then I heard my grandmother's voice saying, ignorance is not knowing the truth. And that was when I knew I wasn't crazy. I was denying I was in a rage over something I was ignorant of. But I would learn. And my desire would teach me that this rage, this fire in me would serve a purpose, and there was a reason to have this rage. And I've learned to have it. Sometimes I am reminded by the simplest of things. But I don't try to fool myself anymore. This isn't anger. This is rage. A lighting change occurs and Black Chick sits in the rocking chair. She goes in and out of imitating grandmother until she becomes grandmother. There is a very soft, rhythmic sound that begins under this piece and builds throughout the remainder of the play. Grandmother. Black Chick. Grandmother will be 97 this year. I asked her the other day exactly when she was born and where. Grandmother. Jamaica, 1890. Grandmother tries to recollect. 90? Black Chick. Then she looked blank or mesmerized by something. Grandmother. Black Chick. 1896, I said to her. Grandmother. 96, 97, 98. I can't remember what year, but I can still count. I'm so close to God, I don't need to remember anything but God's love. Why do you want to know, child? I'm trying to find out our family tree. Jamaica, Trinidad, Manhattan, Sedona. Sedona? Arizona, oh yes. Your great-great-grandfather on your grandmother's side was Apache, a great chief. We visited his village. They danced the sun dance for our future. Grandfather was purified in a sweat bath. In the medicine lodge, the medicine man slit grandfather's chest above both breasts. I remember watching through an opening in the mesquite wood. Women were not to participate in the warrior's ritual. A pair of skewers were tied to the openings in his breasts, and he was pulled by a leather strap which joined the two skewers until he was lifted off the ground by the dancers who circled him. As he hung by his breasts above us, the chiefs sitting below all looked amazed at grandfather's prowess. He bled, but his skin never ripped away like the young braves who danced before him. I still remember the high pitch of the eagle's bone that one of the dancers held between his teeth, blowing through it, making an eerie sound as grandfather seemed to fly above in the swirling dust from the dancers' pounding feet on the floor. Then I fainted. I woke and was alone with your grandfather in my arms. We had been sent on a vision quest. Oh, yes. Yes, child. You are the great-great-granddaughter of a great Apache chief and part of my vision. Blackout. A lighting change. The rocker is removed. The stage is now completely bare. Black Chick is wearing only her summer dress, sans shoes. Immediately. Black Chick. I had to go to Sedona immediately. I didn't know why, but something inside of me was pulled by the thought that there in the desert, I would learn something. Something about myself. No, that's not true. That would only be part of it. Something about humanity, which would somehow change the course of my life and the world forever. My next thought was, right. Just after I packed the 2-year-old off to daycare with Avra, my husband, and the 4-year-old was taking a special preparatory course to enter one of the better nursery schools, and then there was my 13-year-old, who Avra and I had had while we were freshmen at Columbia. He is going through an identity crisis. He's black and wants nothing to do with his father. That is, until he needs a new pair of Nike, whatever else might fill up the hole that seems to be larger in him every day. Avra was very hurt by Sylvie Barnes. Avra realized it wasn't a rational feeling, or so he said. Avra is a Freudian trained analyst who refuses to admit that Freud is dead, but he will be the first to say that God is dead, and Nietzsche, and Elvis, and Marilyn. So I don't know who is more conflicted, Avra or Stephen or me. All my cases are somewhere in limbo, and there is the pro bono work for a death row inmate who has one last appeal, which is more urgent every day with this renewal of our barbaric instinct for cruel and unusual punishment, for cruel and unusual behavior. All this aside, I had to call my travel agent and make plane reservations for Sedona, and I did. The lights dim to almost black, wherein we are able to see only Black Chick's face. Gradually, as the scene develops, the lighting becomes brighter until it is at a full sunshine. Added to the rhythmic drum are other Southwest Native American instruments, which also become more intense as the scene develops. I have spawned you, and you have spurned me. Black Chick. I have spawned you, and you have spurned me. I arrived in Sedona in the early hours of the morning, still night. My guide was there to take me to meet my medicine woman, a white woman who was accompanied by 2 other white women. No Indians were present. None but me. The law states I am Indian, Native American if I am but 1/17 of any tribe. Iroquois, Athapascan, Uto-Aztecan. We are Apache, members of the Athapascan tribe. African, American, Athapascan, a black Apache. Tonight I would be a warrior. The white world would be left outside that I might enter into my blackness and the blackness of this night. This still night. Not yet morning. Yet I know when morning comes, so comes my Sundance. The music stops and there is complete quiet. I can feel the fear and the pain of having my rage and the flight of the eagle all at once. It begins to grow in me while the sweat pours out and we share tobacco in the sweat lodge, being asked by the medicine woman what I wanted healed or made whole through our dance with the sun. I say it is impossible to make whole that which is broken, or sometimes made to feel so, because it isn't really in me. It is in the world outside of me, which so desperately wants to break me sometimes. But it can't. I wouldn't let it. The greatest pain, or so I thought, was the doubt which whispers from time to time, maybe they are right. Maybe I am a freak, a Harvard-sounding black chick, who will help fill the quota, color the party, mix well without making us feel too uncomfortable. This was not a pain I wanted healed. This was a pain I wanted dead. Murdered by a greater pain, the pain of the truth. I have spawned you, and you have spurned me. I have assimilated your culture better than some of you, and for that there is no reward except my pride. Black Chick opens her left breast with an eagle's claw. 2 rivulets of blood trickle down. And the knowledge that I am the source that spawned you, and there is no spurning the source in spirit. I am so close to God now, I don't need to remember anything but her love. Black Chick opens her right breast with the same ritualistic act. We are all so desperate. The dim-witted, the half-breed, the medicine woman. Black Chick attaches skewers to her breast, which float in from the fly while the music picks up its pace and volume. When the skewers are attached, there is an immediate tug, causing a sensually exciting wince of pain in Black Chick. Desperate to know the truth, but ignorant in our search and not knowing the source is in our pain. The leather thong is pulled taut and lifts Black Chick up on her toes. The warrior brings on the pain in the sun dance and blazes as the eagle lifts us into flight, helping us withstand the lies, the disrespect, the inability, the disability, the disregard which cannot break our spirit, for the spirit in truth cannot be broken. For the spirit in truth cannot be broken. For the spirit in truth cannot be broken. Black Chick ascends high above the stage, spreading her arms like the eagle in flight as she speaks her truth and spins while the sound of rhythmic dancing feet follow the beat of the drum and the high pitch of the eagle's bone is heard. This knowledge is the pain of joy. This is our greatest pain, joy. And I will have it. Blackout. Death mask. The lights come up slowly. Grandmother's rocker is sitting in a pool of light. Her Bible is sitting on the rocker, which slowly rocks. Black Chick enters wearing a deerskin Apache wedding dress. Her face is hidden by an Apache death mask. She removes the death mask and places it on the rocker, bringing the rocker to rest. She steps away from the rocker into an adjacent pool of light. She seems to be mesmerized or lost in a vision. The lights slowly fade. The end.